Hi there, Pat Tasker, your local market expert. As promised, I am back as a follow-up to the video I did earlier in the week talking about the changes in mortgage loans and the qualifying amounts for buyers and how the times have changed. It's almost like the tablecloth was pulled out from underneath those buyers because the rules have changed midstream. So if they have not locked into a rate, they may no longer qualify under the new rules. Another big development that just happened on Monday was that Chase Bank came out and said that they are no longer going to do any mortgages for any borrowers who have under a 700 credit score or less than 20% down. So they have to have both of those. Now, most of our buyers, especially first-time buyers, don't have 20% down. So that knocks a lot of people out. What will they do? They'll go to a new lender, and it's just Chase doesn't want to make those loans. Why not? Well, my personal opinion is I'm thinking that they're just really nervous about money. They have, they're one of the three biggest servicers of mortgage payments in the country. And so a lot of people are taking advantage of those forbearance programs where they don't have to make a payment for a couple months. And if you look at Chase maybe missing out on a large percentage of their payments coming in, the money coming in, that's a lot of money. So I think they're just cutting back. But again, that's my personal opinion. Usually have lots of data for you. So today it's a lot more strategy for helping sellers. So I have 4 questions that a seller needs to think about when they have an offer come in on their property. First is the letter. You must have a pre-approval letter. It should be from a reputable bank that you've heard of before. As an agent, I call to double check. I look at that letter. Is it current? When was it written? It can't be more than a day or 2 old now because of those changes in the rules of mortgages. So how current is the letter? How accurate is the letter? Does that buyer really still qualify, or was that letter written some time ago? The buyer's profession. What profession is the buyer in? Are they in a secure profession, such as medical, a nurse, a doctor, someone who is assured of their job, or are they in some type of a profession that may have to worry about, will they still have a job? Will they still be employed when the closing comes in 45 or 60 days? We cannot discriminate on legal source of income, but especially if you're looking at multiple offers, you want to look at which buyer is most likely to get you to a closing. The next question is their motivation to buy. Why are they out there right now in the Corona times? Why are they out there looking for a home? There are some buyers who have urgent need for a home, and that's a buyer who is starting a job in Milwaukee in May or June, and they need a place to stay and they want to buy something. So they are that's an essential purchase. It could be a buyer who is out there who sold their home. Maybe they're coming for a job and the home in the old state has sold and now they're free to buy the new home. Could be a buyer who, for whatever reason, their old home is sold and they may be in a lease and have to get out. So that would be an essential buyer. And then lastly, how long have they been looking for a home? That's a real clue. If they're just starting out, they may not know that we're not kidding when we say it's a really strong market and you have to write a really good offer. If they've been looking for a while and they've been beat out, they may be more likely to compromise and be willing to not have every single thing they've been wishing for because they know it's competitive in the market and they know that they've got to be competitive to win a seller's favor. So those are the questions that I ask when I'm looking at a pre-approval letter and presenting an offer. The other advice I'm giving to sellers right now that's really important is the fact that I know how they get really tired of the showings and you're really glad to say no more showings. But in these times, it's critical to get a backup offer. I've had several in the last 10 days. I think I've had 3 that did not buy the house because of job loss or fear of job loss. And so one was just a week before closing. The buyer found out his job was not going to be here. So he pulled out, but we did in all those cases resell the home in a fairly short order. But having a backup offer is really nice for a seller. So don't get discouraged. Just keep showing the house, get a backup offer. You'll have someone ready to go just in case. But these 4 questions hopefully help you pick the right offer so that you have the buyer that does go to closing. So if you have any questions, call me, Pat Tasker, Short West, for a smooth move. You can reach me at 414-588-4907.